Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on the monsoon thunderstorms that bring flash flood threat to parts of the West. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says scattered thunderstorms swept across parts of the West and Plains Saturday afternoon, bringing the potential for some pockets flash flooding. The rain is the result of what's known as monsoon flow, which continues to draw ample moisture from the Gulf and Pacific. A level 2 of 4 threat for excessive rainfall is in place for parts of eastern New Mexico and western Texas due to rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour possible in the heaviest storms. A flood watch is also in effect for Ruidoso, New Mexico, where there is an elevated risk of flash flooding due to the wildfire burn scar areas. If heavy rain impacts that area, flash flooding could quickly develop. Scattered strong to severe thunderstorms are possible in parts of New Mexico and Colorado on Saturday evening, bringing the threat of damaging winds and large hail. Earlier parts of the High Plains saw spotty storms on Friday, one of which produced a weak, visible tornado in a very rural part of northwest North Dakota. Scattered storms are possible for parts of the Midwest as well today, from Wisconsin down to Indiana, including Milwaukee and Chicago, where 1 to 2 inches with the heaviest storms could produce spotty flash flooding. These storms in the Midwest are not associated with the monsoon moisture and will fire up from an unrelated front in the area. The threat for heavy rain in South Florida is diminishing. However, typical scattered thunderstorms with locally heavy downpours are still possible in the area through the weekend. Much of the southeast coast of Florida has gotten in on the heaviest rain this past week, with the Miami area reporting 10.51 inches of rain since Sunday. Other spots have seen between 4 to 7 inches over this week. Some spotty storms will still be possible for South Florida going into next week, but these will not be as widespread or heavy, making for a slightly drier pattern. The central and eastern part of the country will warm up for this weekend, with warmer temperatures likely for next week as well, cutting the fall-like feel for many. The most seasonably warm temperatures this weekend will be over parts of the Mississippi Valley, where high temperatures will be in the 90s from the deep south up to Minnesota and South Dakota. While this is only slightly warmer than what is normal for mid-September for the Gulf Coast, this is 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what is normal for this time of the year for much of the Mississippi Valley, including for parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Combined with increased humidity, some places could have feel-like temperatures well into the 90s and up to 100 for a few spots. There are no heat alerts currently in effect for anywhere in the country. So next week, the warmth will begin to spread to parts of the eastern U.S. Much of the eastern half of the country, from the heartland to the coast, will be 5 to 10 degrees warmer than what is normal for mid-September, breaking up the fall feel that millions have been enjoying for the week. So the Lord is continuing with the that he is sending across the country. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And that's right. Rainstorms, lightning storms, thunderstorms, hailstorms, tornadoes. These are the storms and tempests that people can expect to, have to deal with, depending on where in the country you are. Isaiah 28:2, behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And like they were saying in that article, certain places could get hit with enough rain to cause flash floods. And we've seen before how deadly these flash floods can be, how destructive they can be. But this is a sign of the times. This is a sign that we are living in the last days. Psalms 11:6, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And when you look up the definition of tempest, it means a violent windy storm, such as hurricanes or tornadoes. And in the South, they do get a lot of tornadoes. And I believe also, like in the Midwest, they get tornadoes as well. And those tornadoes, man, they sweep through and they destroy everything, man. They can destroy schools. They can destroy, different buildings, homes. And the scariest tornadoes are the tornadoes that spawn at night, because people can't even see them. And a lot of people are asleep, so, that in itself is a very dangerous situation. Like, obviously, a tornado is dangerous, but when it spawns at night around the same time that majority of people are asleep, that makes it so much more dangerous. But these are the type of events that are going to continue to take place, because we are in the last days, and the Lord is going to continue to bring his judgments. Psalms 83:14, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And that's exactly what the Heavenly Father is doing, dishing out these storms and tempests, not only across America, but throughout the world. Just bringing flash floods, hailstorms, tornadoes, torrential rain that could lead to flash floods, lightning storms. Just a lot of judgment. And like I said, it's not just America that's getting hit. You got other countries getting hit with monsoons and tropical storms and hurricanes of their own. So these storms and tempests are extending all over the world. Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Hegion Selah. And these storms and tempests are from the Lord. Like I read in Isaiah 29 and 6, that thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, with thunder, earthquake, great noise, storms, tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. So these storms and tempests are just forms of the Heavenly Father visiting this world which he made and bringing judgment upon these wicked countries, these wicked cities, these wicked towns, these wicked neighborhoods, and these wicked people. Luke 21:22, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And we're definitely living in the days of vengeance. All the violence, all the storms and tempests, all the fires, all the earthquakes, all the overall judgments that are taking place throughout the world, all the men, women, and children getting wounded and killed every day. All of this is the judgment of the Lord. All of this is the vengeance of the Lord. And it's only going to get more intense, more destructive, more deadly, because we are living in the last days. So things are about to get turned up more and more. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. But those of us of the hopeful elect, what we can do is stay locked in to this truth, stay circumspect, continue to watch, continue to pray, continue to read, you know, continue to fear the Lord, continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, and continue to rehearse the righteous acts that are written in the scriptures. Because heavy judgments are coming. And we would rather have the hedge of protection of the Heavenly Father over us than to be out here like majority of people are, just full of folly and wickedness, completely oblivious to the fact that the Lord is about to wipe them out. Like it says in Proverbs 22 and 3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Those of us of the hopeful elect, we're the prudent, we're the wise through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The rest of these people are the simple. They're the ones passing on. They're the ones worried about cars and sports and politics and things that don't matter. They're not focusing on what the Heavenly Father is doing throughout the world, all the judgments that he's bringing, all the moves that he's making. These simple people, they live in a bubble of ignorance, and they're going to die in that bubble of ignorance. And it's good riddance to them, because clearly the Lord doesn't want them. That's why he has not opened their mind to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. And those of us of the hopeful elect, we have to be continually thankful that the Lord doesn't have us out here simple-minded and completely lost in the sauce like he does for a majority of these people. Like, these are very scary times. Yeah, these are some very scary times. So, you got to continue to fear the Lord, because that fear of the Lord is going to keep you in line, and you stay in line with what the Lord requires of you, and he'll keep you and your loved ones safe. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakudash, the water Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time.